Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to be discussing pendulums. Pendulums come in all different forms. Some of them are metal, some of them are crystal, and different pendulums have different uses. We have a rose quartz here, we have an amethyst here. And then if you don't have a pendulum, you can always use a necklace that has a very long chain that is heavy at the bottom. This was one of my citrine necklaces. If you don't have a pendulum handy, you can use a necklace. So basically, a pendulum is a divination tool, just like tarot, but this is just a yes or no tool. It doesn't give you in-depth answers to your questions. It depends on what questions you're asking your divination tool. So let's begin by talking about protecting yourself before you use a pendulum, because like any divination, you need to protect yourself. You need to use sage or palo santo to cleanse the energy around you, cleanse your pendulum, and make sure that the pendulum is attuned to your higher self and it's not being manipulated by a unwanted spirit. Just like anything, just like the Ouija board, just like cards, anything. You want to make sure that the energy is cleansed and attuned to the highest vibration possible, whoever you're trying to attune it to, your angels, your ancestors. This sage your whole space, your whole house, sage around your crystal, your pendulum, and sage your heart, sage your aura, That way when you call in your guides, whether it be ancestors, whether it be angels, and then you'll just feel the difference. So before you do any divination, always cleanse your aura and call in your angels, and always attune it to the highest frequency. And what I like to do before I use my pendulum, I use Palo Santo, and I use rose smoke, rose incense. And the rose brings in higher vibrations because flowers are a very high vibrational herb. So yes, and also flowers and rosemary, basically those type of herbs, are very protective. So after you cleanse yourself, you tell your pendulum, please attune yourself to the highest frequency of love. Attune it to the highest vibrational of wisdom, light, and love. Because I know that love is the highest frequency, but maybe those of you watching don't know that. So the highest frequency is love. So I always like to attune my energy and the pendulum's energy to love. And if you noticed, it was wavy, and then when I said love, it stops. So let's talk about the different pendulum and their purposes. So this is my little go-to for finding things. I don't know what the stone is called, but it's pink and it's green for the heart chakra. And this one, I basically use it to find missing items, because sometimes I'll forget where I put things, and sometimes I will hear my angels telling me, but sometimes my energy is so chaotic that I have to go around the room, and wherever it's vibrating or moving really fast, that's where the particular thing I'm looking for, that's where it's at. So you can use the pendulum to find missing items. I actually did this when I couldn't find my shoes. My house does get visitors a lot by spirits. Just because I'm an empath and I'm a sensitive soul, I do attract visitors. I do attract wandering spirits. So that's mainly why I like to sage before I use the pendulum. But yeah, so I couldn't find my shoes, and I felt like maybe one of the visitors that visited me hid them. So I used my pendulum, and I could not find it anywhere, and those shoes went missing. But it did help me find some other shoes that I could use to go on a hike, because I was about to go on a hike. So like, maybe assign a pendulum for your everyday thing. Like, this is my everyday pendulum. And then for your questions of love, you can use rose quartz. Rose quartz is associated with the heart chakra. So, of course, in matters of the heart, you want to get a rose quartz. I actually customized this one. So, you can always get creative with your pendulums. And then, to attune my chakras, to attune my chakras and see which ones need work, I use my amethyst, and it has all the chakras here. What you do is you go basically every chakra, like your throat chakra is right here, your heart chakra, and so on. Let's say I wanted to attune my heart chakra. After you sage your pendulum, after you call on your angels, whoever angels or whatever you work with. I work with angels. I'll say, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, please be with me as I use this pendulum and clear me of any unwanted entities and fill me with divine light and divine wisdom, and allow this pendulum to attune to the highest vibration of love. And see how it stopped? So you go in front of your heart chakra, and then you ask, is my heart chakra open? And I'll get into this right now. For me, if it goes like this, it means yes. If it goes like this, that means no. So now let's get into how to read your pendulum, yes or no. So as I discussed before, everyone uses different guides. I use angels, so I just called in my angels, and now you're gonna ask your pendulum yes or no questions. So, dear Archangel Michael, dear Archangel Raphael, please show me no. Please show me yes. I was thinking yes, and I said no. That's why you have to completely be attuned with yourself when you use the pendulum, because you could confuse yourself. It's not like cards. It's not like tarot where it goes in depth. You have to really concentrate. Dear Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, please show me a no. And that's the no. Dear angels, please show me yes one more time. Thank you. And show me unsure. So when the angels and your higher self is unsure, or you need more information, that's what it will give you. Everyone's going to be different. Like your yes could be this, and your no could be like this. It's different for everybody. And then if it goes unsure, this is where you would get your tarot out, and you will have to investigate it basically further. And then you would ask your angels, can you show me the symbol for it's not time to know? And for me, it is clockwise. So sometimes your answers will tell you, like, you're not supposed to know right now, stop. And if for those of you who want to, like, you're unsure, you can always make yes or no cards. This is my writing. So this is yes and this is no. This is how you would do it. So my name is Brittany, right? So I hope you guys can see this. Dear angels, is my name Brittany? And it goes to yes. And then you ask the question, is my hair red? And it would go to no, because my hair is not red. Another way, because they're reminding me of this, the angels are telling me to tell you this, a way you could test an energy. Let's say you sage and you call in your ancestors and you call in your guides and you just don't feel like it's right. You test whoever's in the room. The way I test my pendulum is that I ask questions that I know are false. So I have dogs, I don't have cats. So if you feel like you can't trust an entity, ask questions that you know for sure the answer to. So I only have I only have dogs. I don't have cats. So I'm going to say, do I own any cats? And it's going to go to no. And now I'm going to ask it another question that I know is false. Is my birthday in November? And that's a no. And now you're going to ask one thing that's true. Do I have red nail polish? And it's going to go yes. So that's a way to test whatever entity is in your room, because I will warn you, once you start dabbling in divination, you're going to attract slick and deceitful entities, and they're going to try to scare you. So that's why you always have to protect yourself. Always, 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 with divination, protect yourself. And the angels are telling me, don't be afraid to call on them. Call in your angels that you know and you're familiar with. If you're barely starting into divination, I recommend, before you dabble into divination, first meditate. Ground your energy, walk barefooted on the grass, and then once you start connecting to your guides, that's when you should start dabbling in divination. Because if you are not protected, you're gonna be tricked. Let's say you want to know, let's use a hypothetical. Let's say, oh, will I get this job? Or no, not that one. That one you would have to do tarot, because that's not a yes or no. Let's say, will so-and-so call me today? And it's going to go yes or no. But if you're not grounded and you're not shielded, whatever entities around you lingering, it's going to tell you a false thing. So that is my video for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Remember, always shield yourself, always protect yourself. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. But yeah, have a great day, guys. Bye.